Okay, so let's have a look at our other in-flight adjuster. This time I'm using T5 to adjust the elevator compensation for braking, and that can be done live when the brakes are on. At the moment, nothing's happening because we don't have any brakes on. Firstly, I can activate my landing mode.
Air brake on, flaps down.
And with my stick, I've got my flaps down
Flaps
and my
up.
flaps up.
Flaps
So with my
down.
flaps down, I can actually adjust the value of the elevator compensation.
Air brake elevator 16%. Air brake elevator 15%.
So I can take it up and down with the T5 and do the calls. If we have a look at the mixer, you can see that our elevator compensation is on. We're in landing mode.
Flaps up.
And flaps up, my flaps came up.
Flaps down.
With flaps down, the maximum down position is 15%. And it's reading a variable called elevator compensation A. So if we look at the variables, A and B, you can see one is 15 and one is 10.5. B is the middle point of a 3-point curve, and A is the end point of a 3-point curve. So the maximum value when the flaps are down is 15%, and the mid value is 10.5%. And the way that's set up is that we have, when we're in landing mode, we currently have a value of 15%. And the actions down here are that if I hit T5 to the right, it increments by 1, and left by down by 1.
Air brake elevator
to 16%.
Air brake elevator 15%.
Down to 15%. Now the midpoint of the curve has the same total value set in, so they both started at 0. But with this one, when it goes up, it only rises at 0.7, whereas the other variable is at 1. So that gives me a curve in the 3-point curve, a curved 3-point curve. And we can see it here. So as we go up,
air brake elevator 16%.
our maximum value with the stick down is 16%, and this value, the midpoint value, is 70% of that. So that gives me a kind of a slope in the curve. Now to read it, it's the same as the T6 functionality. We have, when I move the adjuster,
air brake elevator,
it reads out the voice command, air brake elevator. When I release the button,
25%.
it reads the value. If I go down,
air brake elevator 21%.
Yeah, because I was holding it down, it moved incrementally a few times.
Air brake elevator 20%.
And so this only reads when we release the stick. And to do that, you've got to make sure that the read value of the trim switch is set to not. So when we go down,
air brake elevator,
it's only reading the voice command. When I let go,
10%.
It reads the value. And that's it.